Head football coach David Cutcliffe has built the Duke football program based on the 4 fundamental F's. That's faith, family, future, and football. But there's a 5th F that is very important as well, and that's food. The coaching staff has seen to it that every player on the team has access to quality food all throughout the day.
One of the things that we've done this year is taken Training Table to a new level. So it's not just about feeding our athletes, but it's also about educating them when they're eating. And so we've created some signage that allows them to know when I'm eating certain foods, these are the benefits I get. These are energy foods versus these are protecting foods. So we've really embraced this opportunity to make it a more comprehensive experience.
Probably in my 5 years being here, the food has been the best addition to our program. I feel my body is more refreshed each night. I'm getting better nutrition. I'm staying at a consistent weight, not fluctuating overweight or underweight, and it's really helping me become a better athlete.
It's night and day, what we had freshman year versus what we have now. The Divinity Cafe is some of the best food I've ever had, and it's awesome that that's every night of the week. And then also after practice, providing us a little snack before we go to class is really big, because sometimes people don't have time to go eat. So that's been an incredible upgrade.
Recent NCAA rules changes have allowed the school to provide student athletes with more food. So for a Duke football player, they're provided with breakfast on the 2nd floor of the Yo in the new kitchen area. Lunches are provided immediately following practice, typically catered from an outside source. And then dinner provided each evening. 3 nights a week, they come to the Divinity School Cafe on campus, provided by Core Catering.
And we usually always have 2 entree options. So we like to have a fish once in a while, recognizing that not everybody likes fish, but it's a nice alternative. Usually we have a beef or a chicken, so tonight we have brisket and we have cod. We also always make sure that we have healthy starches. So tonight, for example, we have pasta and we always have a rice medley with quinoa. Here we always have the grilled cheese option, which is a real favorite. So people can have grilled cheese sandwiches with their well-known tomato soup. And so we always have at least 2 or 3 starches. We always have at least 2 really good proteins and at least 2 vegetables, and then unlimited fruit for dessert. And we always like to have a dessert option because the athletes really like their dessert.
The place that we used to eat had TVs, pool tables, and stuff that seemed fun, but ended up most guys would separate and kind of do their own thing. But now we've noticed that we sit at these nice long tables where we can talk, have conversations among different age groups, different positions, and you really get to know some of the guys a lot better.
We are definitely doing a better job of nutrition, a better job of making sure that we're putting the right food in their body, not just more food. Franca, our nutritionist, is incredible. She relays well to the players, communicates well to the players, but it's not just her, it's the training room, it's Noel Durfee, it's everybody involved in this.
I remember my kind of first 2-3 years, really the snacks that were available were just kind of on a small table right before the locker room, and kind of your choices were bagels or a couple pieces of fruit. And just with the different policies in NCAA football, just kind of that's what we were limited to. And now just this past year, we've built a whole new kitchen in the Players Lounge. We get all the food that we need, all the food that we want.
Years ago, we were not permitted to give food just at any time to our athletes, and there's still some restrictions. Technically, the food should be around some sort of practice or some sort of workout. But what would happen in the past is athletes would be done, they would shower, they would change, and they'd sometimes would actually skip the next meal because they would have class. We've missed such a vital window where we can replenish and help the athlete recover. Now with the bar that we have downstairs in the weight room, they can get their protein recovery shakes with their 20 grams of protein and their carbohydrates. We can refuel them. We don't have to worry about them eating right away. And then we have the kitchen upstairs, so if they don't have time to get lunch, they can grab something in the kitchen and use that as their lunch before they go on to class. So that's been absolutely instrumental in allowing our athletes to stay healthy, to recover more quickly, to sleep well, just to be happier athletes.
Members of the team will tell you how excited they are to be receiving more meals and quality food, but there's also an educational factor to all of this.
I mean, that's another thing that's come with the food upgrades is now Franca, our
nutritionist is there every night, you know, kind of advising certain people on what they need to be eating for certain goals, losing or gaining weight. So that's been really helpful.
You know, years ago, Training Table really was about just feeding our athletes. And if you go way back, it used to be about feed them anything, just put weight on them, or, you know, we want them bigger. And now there's so much science behind our athletics. We know what foods to give our athletes to make them healthier. And one of the missions that we do have here, it's not just about when they're playing football, it's about we want them to be healthy adults. So when they're done with playing football, they're still going to be healthy and not have to deal with some of the consequences that might come with eating a lot of food.
I think the players have enjoyed it. I think a lot of them have benefited directly this year from doing a better job of it. The only thing I've got to do is watch our coaches eating too much, because they're not burning the same amount of calories, and there is plenty of food to go around